Hi, my name's Corinne.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex. It's nice to meet you. I'll be your speech therapist working with you over the next few sessions.
Great.
I understand you have what's called muscle tension dysphonia.
Yeah.
And you're experiencing some hoarseness, some fatigue, and some trouble projecting your voice.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to get a better understanding of what you know about muscle tension dysphonia.
Well, I'm assuming it has something to do with my muscle tension. Probably with my voice. I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. So what's happening is, you're right, you have too much tension in what we call your larynx, or what's better known as your voice box. And in a typical tension setting, when you're producing voice, you have what's called your vocal folds. And as you're speaking, they're making this kind of wave formation, in and out, opening, closing.
Are those like your vocal cords? Is
Yes.
that the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, your vocal, yeah.
Okay.
And in your case, because of the excessive tension, they're becoming a little bit stiff, and it's causing them to push together more than usually.
Is that bad?
It's causing a little bit of fatigue and irritation, and it's also causing what we call glottal fry, which is that deep, raspy, rough, hoarse quality you were complaining about. So what we're going to aim to do is to lessen the effort that you have to put into it, but also maximize the clarity of your voice. So we want to optimize what you have and make a very clear speaking voice out of it with minimal effort, so you won't fatigue.
That sounds great. I'm really just having a hard time recently. It's hard to keep my voice going all day long, and I just can't speak like I used to.
And, that's typical with age as well. So some things you can do that aren't so much therapy techniques, just things you can incorporate into your day-to-day that may help your vocal hygiene. Make sure you're staying very hydrated and drinking a lot of water, maybe avoiding, those extra cups of coffee.
Oh, man.
I know. Alcohol, anything really dehydrating, caffeinated drinks. And then irritants as well. So being in a smoky room, smoking yourself, those types of things can really irritate our voice. And additionally, you may want to make some environmental changes. So if the TV is really loud and you have company over, maybe turn down the volume before you speak instead of trying to speak over that noisy environment.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And also when you do fatigue throughout the day, it's okay to take little vocal rests and let your muscles kind of recuperate and, rest up for a few minutes. So maybe after a really long phone call, you just rest your vocal folds for a few minutes. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is stretch a little bit and kind of loosen that tension that you have. So first things first is I want you to lean your head back slowly, and you should be feeling a nice stretch in the front of your throat. I am. Great. And then move it down forward and tuck your chin in. And do you feel a nice stretch in the back? Great. Now you want to put your right ear down to the right side as far as you can. Get that nice stretch. And the other side. Good. Did you feel a nice stretch in each area?
Felt nice.
Great. So the next thing I want to stretch out a little bit is your lips. So I'll model first. First we want what we call a voiceless. So not trying to get anything vibrating in your throat. So if you want, it might help to have a hand on your throat, and then maybe you can feel whether you're vibrating or not.
Okay.
So first, we don't want any vibrations. So just good. And one more time. Great. And now I want you to add the voicing, so the vibrating.
Okay.
Good. And one more time. Good
It's a
job.
little hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And this is our first time, and it'll get better with time and with practice, and you'll become a little bit more used to it. It can be challenging to learn how to control muscles that are very not thought about. You know, speaking's very natural, and you don't really think about the process. So we're going to step back a little and really think about what we're doing today. And so the next thing I want to do is stretch out your pharynx.
What's that?
The pharynx is also part of your voice box, and it is a vital part of getting your voice out. And because you have too much tension, again, it's causing that quality of your voice that you're concerned about. Mm-hmm. So we want to get a nice, loose and stretched out structure. So to do that, I want you to take a nice big yawn. And sigh. And one more time. Good. Now, the last thing I want to do is a breathing exercise. So we're going to take a deep breath, and I'll model first. And when we exhale, we want to do a voiceless, so no vibrations and sound. So I'll model first. Good. And one more. Good job. So next we're going to work on the sound. And I want you to be in a comfortable pitch, but elevated a little bit higher than you usually would. So I'll model first. Good. And where are you feeling the vibration?
Mostly here.
Okay. So we're going to do it again, and this time I want you to really put a lot of focus into trying to feel that vibration in the front of your lips, because this is going to be the most efficient way to make these voiced sounds.
Okay.
So let's try again. Good job. And where did you feel it that time?
Right here.
Excellent. So now we're going to do something a little bit more complex, and we're going to try in that same pitch you had, that's slightly above your usual tone. Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. Good. And where did you feel that?
Right here.
Excellent. So these are things that you can do at home. If you have some flexibility in your day where you have 5 minutes or so a couple times a day, I'd really like to recommend maybe drinking a nice big glass of water when you wake up and doing those stretching exercises, which I'll provide a handout of what we were doing with a little bit of background and some diagrams to really explain where we're stretching and why we're stretching those specific muscles. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really. Not right now. Just looking forward to getting my voice to sound better.
And we will with practice and these exercises, and we'll build up to more complex sounds and phrases to sentences, and eventually you'll be feeling a lot less fatigue and a lot less effort into your speech, and hopefully you'll be a lot happier with your vocal quality and your overall vocal hygiene. So feel free to reach out and ask me any questions. And if you don't have any more questions for today, I'll see you next week.
That sounds great.
All right.
Thanks.